3, 2.
9 more minutes.
No, screw you. Welcome to Requiem, the Searing Skies. Sorry we had a rough start today. Apparently, multiple people's things didn't want to cooperate, and now my OBS isn't capturing any window capture any longer. Not too sure what's up with that. I'm gonna have to fix that on my own time later. But, hey there. It's the first time that I've streamed Requiem in, I want to say, about 4 or 5 months now, actually. It's been a while. This game is going to be bi-weekly, and on the off days it's going to be Requiem and then back to Star Wars Edge of the Empire, and then switching off like that each other week. So, with this game, we have Craw, or not Craw, well, what everybody knows as Craw, which is Anthony, and in this game, who are you?
I am Kinpachi Ramasama.
And then after him is Ellis, who is playing.
I'm playing a guy named Darren.
And after him is Katie, who's playing.
Soliana.
And then her, our special guest, and hopefully permanent player, is Eric. And Eric, who are you playing?
I'm playing as Eli Greenhorn.
So, we didn't have much time to actually talk about this, because there's multiple ways I can start you guys, but what would you guys like to be started off as? Since we haven't had a chance to sit down and really discuss it.
Huge pins.
What do you mean?
How you want to start the game off. Are you traveling to a town as a group? Do you guys not know each other? That type of stuff.
I like the idea of traveling to town as a group.
Yeah, having everybody know each other at the start.
Well, I think I would like for you guys can know each other, but my character, she's a liaison to a colony of wood elves between her tribe and the other wood elves. So she's supposed to go and update them, and I was thinking that if you guys were traveling together, I could run into you somewhere along the way, and thus the distraction happens.
That sounds okay to me.
Yeah, that works.
Anthony?
Yes.
Your opinion?
Right. It works for me.
Okay.
Alright. So, you guys met prior, and then on the road ran into her. Let's see. What kind of group do you guys want to make this in? Like, are you looking to have an overall goal? Quest, like an ABCD set quest line. Hero campaign, neutral campaign. Like, what do you guys want to do?
Personally, I made my character more hero neutral-esque. So, I didn't make an evil character. So I'm fine with both. We're fine with any besides evil.
I'm half tempted to just say surprise us.
Yeah, that works.
Mm-hmm.
and see how we handle different situations.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Having a set setting kind of helps with making things up, but okay. All right. So you guys are set in the Empire in the same place that we always seem to be converged onto, which is on the island that nowadays is known as Australia. As you guys been traveling for about 3 weeks now, as you're stretched on a caravan that moved across what is known as the Bone Desert. This has gone on for close to a month as you finally reached your destination, which is known as the Amber City, which is a city that's built in the center of a mountain range that's surrounded by a cavern that at the bottom has a huge abundant amount of vegetation, forestry, and whatnot that's below this at that mountain range. The city's very special in fact that the only way to reach it are 8 distinct stone plateaus that reach out and actually connect the center of the mountain to the edge of the cavern. So it's like this big hole and a city in the center of it. As you guys finally had your caravan reach to one of these plateaus reaching towards the city, as you see it's primarily stone architecture that looks quite alien, to be exact. It doesn't look like normal buildings and whatnot. It looks, if you could think of buildings in Krypton, it looks like Krypton. As you guys get this and see this visage out in the distance.
Which Krypton?
The Krypton that Superman tries to recreate in the North Pole. So a lot of triangles and lines, not so much square buildings.
Okay.
And the big detail is it's all made out of stone. There's rivers coming from the city that seem to just pour out straight over the edge of the city and then straight down into this valley. So it looks pretty interesting, different. Currently you're all at the edge of the said plateau that's reaching out towards the city. After a brief pause of gazing at it, the caravan continues on as you move into the city proper. Oh my gosh.
Yes, you just did that.
I did. As you're met with an abundant textures of different flavors, being smells, different sights. The people around here seem to primarily look to be crag dwellers, which it's very dwarven in appearance. They're stout, short, very hairy, and other than that, it's a mixture between slag and them. As the caravan mainly starts to disperse once you reach here, since most of the people in the caravan were to either had prior business here or just they have their own things to do, really. So as you guys reach here, what shall you do?
Do we have a chance to
Plenty of
I was just I was just gonna ask, what your characters look like, so that I kind of have like an idea. Is that okay, or do you not?
No, we can.
Oh, okay.
Um,
We'll start with you, Katie, then.
sure. Soliana's
Sorry.
she's a Thalia. Oh, hello, picture. I'm trying to upload my picture, but she's a Thalia. She's got, like, if you imagine an orange tabby cat, that's essentially what she looks like. She's got stripes, and instead of it being like orange stripes, they're a little bit of darker red. And she just has like plain leather armor and short, like a spiky bob haircut.
Oh, okay.
And Kimpachi, what do you look like?
I would look like an elder human male. The bundle of his long gray hair tied up in a neat ponytail. And just a tattered old cloak. Walk around with a staff.
All right, and Darn?
Darren looks kind of weird for what he is. He looks like a ridiculously tall, almost elven, like male. He's pale grey skin, long flowing black hair, and like pointed ears. And around his eyes, you can see like scale formations, kind of growing. Also, on his back, he has massive fucking wings, like big enough to give him the ability to fly.
All right, and finally,
Eli.
I am a big, burly, tall, Bovidae. Brown fur, with a tuft on top of his head, yellow tuft, like a small yellow-haired tuft. My horns are, they're more ram-like than ox-like. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, he's wearing like a nice shirt, like a cloth shirt, just like a white cloth shirt, and ripped up pants that's shorts. It's ripped at the knees. Pretty much it.
so coming upon this city, it's a major respite simply for the fact that you guys have been traveling in the heated sun for close to a month now, always constantly beating on your heads during the day, so the moment to find any type of shelter is well appreciated as you and the caravan make their way over these plateaus and finally reach into the city itself. As you look around, it doesn't seem like you guys are being received with that much of a warm welcome. All the crag dwellers seem to give primarily Solana?
Samana?
What?
Pronunciation. Solana?
Soliana.
Soliana, thank you.
What's Soliana?
Her name.
You can call me Solia if you want.
Primarily giving you not too many friendly gazes, but they're not directly approaching to cause harm or issue. They just don't seem very open with receiving you as you guys are traveling through.
Why did you guys want to be here again?
you're in a caravan?
Wealth and adventure. What other reasons are there?
Oh,
So should we go get drinks or something? I could use a drink.
Kibashi would take the keg off his back and hand it to you.
She would just give you a very confused look.
So he would take this large wooden keg off of where he was carrying and maneuver it towards your direction.
And I said I would give him a very confused look.
Yes, but the way he says it, I don't think he realizes what a keg is.
Oh,
It's a giant barrel full of alcohol.
Okay, just making sure.
I know exactly what it is.
Also heavy as shit.
It's only 20 pounds.
whoa, that's a lighter version than...
That's a tiny
most.
keg.
Yeah.
But
It's 20
units of
weight, not pounds.
Whatever. Same thing.
you have a keg that's 20 weight and you're carrying it around. You're the best character ever.
Okay, she would blink at Kenpachi and just be like, and shade.
I would raise it a little higher. I can't hold it very high. You can.
She would start walking in towards the town.
Are we still on the caravan though?
No, the caravan dispersed.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else had something to do, and we were just kind of standing there.
What time of day is it? This is getting towards night. Should we
No, as you look up towards the sky, the sun is like high noon. It's beating down over the city pretty heavy or hard.
carry on? What's there out? What kind of adventures are there around here?
I've already started walking into the city.
I know he asked
Well-
Aaron.
Yeah.
I'd look at Ken. It's like
It's
look back to you.
That's Eli.
Yeah, look at Ken, then look back to Eli. I'm sorry, what was that?
What kind of adventures are there?
Oh, adventures. Monsters
Yeah.
to kill, people to save, damsels to release from distress, you know, adventure. Like the stories.
I do like stories. Alright. So, where do we start?
That's a good question.
Where else would you start in any crack fellas situation? It's always in the tavern.
Alright. But, I don't think these people... Oh, wait, do I know that people have been giving,
No, they haven't.
Liliana shade?
Oh, they stopped giving you guys like crass looks, but now they're not crass, but mean looks. But you can tell that as she passes by them, they kind of turn their head over their shoulder, kind of like spitting in the way that she was Deram walking.
I don't think they like us very much.
Seems like it's just
enter
fair.
a tavern. It's a bit scary.
I kind of like stretch my arms and my wings, which like unfurl to be like 7 foot wide, and then just shrug. Yeah, I'm good for anything. Let's go. Nowhere else to be.
I take a step back as in awe of his magnificent wing. Gets me every time. Alright. Either way.
I guess I'll just follow after her. She seemed to know where she was going.
So as you continue on to walk in just a random set direction, you come off to a crossroads that leads off into 3 other separate paths. One seems to head straight down to this building that looks to be in a dome shape, and for this part of the city, because it looks like this city is separated in like 3 different sections, this dome shape seems to be in the very center of the city and looks to be probably the largest building in the entire city currently.
Is it really crowded?
It's not shoulder to shoulder, but looking around you can see visibly probably around 90 to 100 heads if you look around you.
You said that's in one way. What's in the opposite direction?
Opposite direction, it looks to be more buildings that are like triangle shaped with more of crag dwellers entering in and out of it. To the right, it looks to be the access of where the water is pouring off over the edge of where the city is. And then behind you,
I'll go towards the dome.
Do I know anything about this place? Area?
Knowledge local?
No, knowledge geography, because you guys aren't from here.
Is that all of us or just him?
Anyone that wants to roll it.
I know nothing.
So you got a 1.
I got a 20.
Alright, so ask me a question.
Who?
Kenpachi.
What in general would be the biggest attraction in this area?
You know that this city is known for its Museum of the Old World, where it has items of old world items that are on display for what primarily one of the biggest attractions for people to travel out to see the city, because it was mined over probably the closest city from the actual underground from the old world. So it has a lot of relics and artifacts of the old world.
It's like a museum.
Pretty much. It sounds boring.
I'm following Solana.
Well, yeah.
Well, actually, technically, I'm following. Yeah, I'm gonna follow Solana.
So Solana, as you continue on towards the dome, you get more of the same up until you reach this dome. As you look up to it, as the building itself, you have to bend your head back to look up as it starts to curve up into the sky. It's pretty large. As you look past the entrance, as you see what looks like exhibits and different stage rooms showing different items from the old world. Anything from fossilized hover cars to what looks to be like remnants of buildings. It's interesting. You don't know what any of this stuff is, but it's definitely different.
I would stand at the entrance and there's nobody guarding the entrance, is there?
No. It's open entry.
I would go to the first exhibit I see and just kind of stand there and wait and look at it.
The first exhibit is one of what looks to be a fossilized some type of machine that looks humanoid, but at the same time doesn't have to seem to have the same type of skeletal structure for like a human or a Phalia or anything like that. And its outer shell looks more of iron than actual skin. It looks like it was like almost carbonized into the stone itself. It only has its head like halfway out and its arm like hanging down.
Is there anything around that would say what it was?
As you look around, there's a sign that is
I move over to it.
in Terran.
Taryn?
Yes.
She shrugs and
Alright, so Lorna, what you looking at?
this thing, and she motions towards it. I've never seen anything like it before.
Right, it looks amazing. What is it?
She points to the placard. She says, I don't know.
Eli looks at the plaque and just, I can't read this.
Did I finally find a language that defeats the party?
Yes.
Oh, Daryl, can you read this?
I don't really read, so to speak.
Right. I forgot, you're pretty cool.
I'll
He
take a look
smiles.
around the museum, see if there's someone here.
Something. Oh, someone. You see a crag dweller looking male seeming to have his arms behind his back and looking around over the crowds. Well, not over your crowd, over the regular crowd of crag dwellers, and just looking over them. It's like he seems to be standing his guard and just like nodding, and if anybody comes to him, he talks to them. And looks like he sends them to different places, and looks like he's generally helping people.
I would head over to him and comment. I would ask, excuse me, sir.
Hi, how can I help you?
Came to visit this museum of yours heard so much about. Unfortunately, none of us know how to read your language yet.
Oh, well, that's a crying shame. It's a true language, you know. Would you like a little tour?
I would love a tour.
All right. He moves his arms in front of him and kind of shifts his weight and fixes himself with his clothes as he pops his car. It's like, all right, let's go. What exhibit did you want to see first?
My companions were looking over at this
Aye, the Metal Man.
metal man.
Yeah, he's a favorite.
What does the metal man do?
Serious?
We're not supposed to know this.
A metal man.
As he walks over there, it's like, he's one of the first exhibits that we found when we were digging. I can tell you
Digging?
this. Yes. My family was my great uncle. He's the one that found it.
Oh, right. Where's the dig site? I mean, better question. Where did you find it?
Well, we found it in the earth, buddy. He says,
What?
looking up to you.
Well, I guess, uh, yeah, the Earth. But where exactly?
Oh, if you're trying to find the vein that we found it in. Oh, there's no point. It's been closed off for many years now. Too dangerous.
Dangerous, you say?
Oh,
Are we
yeah.
talking cave-ins or monsters?
Little bit of both, actually. They closed down that mine for, the past 510 years. I used to play around there when I was a little kid. Barely had my whiskers.
What did he used to do? What'd they use it for?
Oh, there was a really good mine of, a vein of adamantium in that one. They were digging a little too deep, and that's where they found this metal man, but, after that, they kept digging, and then one day they just stopped. Then the mindset that there was a lot of cave-ins and deaths and whatnot. So then they closed it down.
No, this metal man, what was he used for?
Oh, we don't know. We just found him.
Right, you call this a metal man. Was he a man before? Or was he metal before? Or did you just find him as a metal man?
Well, highly intelligent scientists say that this man was probably what most... Nobody's human in this party, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
As he throws his finger up, pointing
Wait,
towards...
I thought Kenpachi was human.
throws his finger up, looking at Kenpachi. He's like, it's where most of them come from. They're supposed to be their ancestors.
And as he points to me, I'm drinking out.
Wait, what race do I know the curator is? Is he human?
Oh, he's cracked.
Crag dweller.
Sure.
Quick fun fact, there's only 2 races in this game that naturally speak Terran.
Crack dwellers.
They are not one of them.
I look over at Kenpachi and ask him, "Well, Kenpachi, what does that mean? Does that mean your people down there? Or they pop metal?"
My people, where I come from, has been pushed off away from here.
I give like a snout in frustration. Like a little.
Soliana would look at the curator and say, "What exhibit do you recommend next?"
Oh. Follow me. This one happens to be one of my favorites. As he escorts you guys out of here. He takes you into this large dome room that, as you look into there, you're surprised as you see this, what looks like this giant metal bird-like creature, but it has no feathers, and it looks to be made out of metal as well, as most of its frame is like ionized into rock, and like the tip of it's like sticking out of it. Essentially, it looks like an airplane, but half of it's metal and rock.
I thought you were trying to allude to the fact.
He's trying to give us a description that we as characters would know, but it's easier just to let the player know what it is and translate it into what player understands.
It's a plane.
Yeah.
It's a petrified plane.
Can metal be petrified?
It can
Erodes
rust
in
up.
time. As it like fills up with dirt, like the dirt begins to compact and solidify and become like covered in rock.
Yeah.
What is this for?
They say that this was used to make the little ones like him. They put them into these little seats that's in the bomb. If you look inside. And then it forms them into little jello kids that grow up and to become one of these manlings. That's how they started, you know.
So everything in this museum creates humans,
Aye.
or was once used to create humans.
Up until they figure out how to do it themselves.
Darren just smirks at this.
Eli just kind of tilts his head in confusion.
Is there any way to switch them back on? You could create an army. I mean, if you wish to create an army.
These things are long since dead. I doubt that there's anything back there that's still working now.
You're probably right.
Well,
Yeah,
come. We have a fabulous gift shop if you want to buy items.
I would actually like a drink. Where is your closest tavern?
Missy, I doubt you want to go to any of our taverns.
War.
Not to offend, but, your kind isn't very liked up here.
Why is that?
Because the ones that live below the city are thieves.
Ah.
Can nod. Yep, I'll do it.
You mean my kind specifically?
Aye. Fairy tales, brown fur, yellow eyes.
And what are they stealing?
Crops. Minerals. I believe last week they actually, they hit a coal mine.
They're stealing crops and they hit a coal mine?
Aye.
How does coal have to do with anything on crops?
Hell if I know. I stay here. No one in my family had to dig since 2 generations ago.
Soliana crosses her arms and just looks really confused.
I'll lean in. Are those the one you're supposed to meet?
I'm supposed to be meeting elves, not...
Ah. Right, stand back up. Well,
You're gonna have to move closer or speak louder.
Sorry.
if you got a problem with thieves,
Sadie.
kind of like gesture around us,
1 second.
we could help.
God damn it, cat.
I'm not the one to talk to about that.
Who is? I mean, this is the biggest building in town. I assume this would be like town hall or keep, some sort of castle.
We don't have anything like that. We just have the elders. But the one you probably want to talk to is Is he still in town? He says, combing his beard. Well, if he's still here, you want to see a Stonebreaker, Yon. He's a policing force around here.
It's kind of nod. Any building I could find him in?
Only building that you probably will find him in is 3 days deep in a glass of ale, he says, chuckling to himself.
Ah, brilliant. Was looking for a tavern.
No, but he said that he was leaving town on matters of the matters of something. I don't know.
Well, if you can just point us in like the right direction for his local haunt, sure, we'll track him down at some point.
Aye. If you leave out of here, make the first right and head down as he gives you like specific directions to head there.
Good.
And the place that you're looking for is called the Emerald Wing.
Fuck off.
I don't get it.
Neither do I.
Good.
In jokes, yay. But yeah, after it gives us directions, I kind of like clap my hands together and like look to the others and say, "Drinks."
Yeah, all could usual.
Oh no. You want to head to our gift shop first?
Do you sell alcohol there?
No.
Then thank you for your time.
I would offer him some of my alcohol. Just the keg towards him.
Me or the
Want some
dwarf?
of mine?
He's talking to you.
What did he say?
Ask him.
What did you say?
Send me or the dwarf, mate.
To the dwarf.
Alright.
We're going to the tavern. He has to work here.
He would look at you. It's like, what poison you got?
Stuff that works.
Nightshade, anthrax.
He crosses
Cyanide.
his arms, looks you up and down, gives you a sense motive.
Do I gotta roll diplomacy?
I mean, if you're not trying to poison him.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Alright, let's see what you got. As he moves over and grabs a cup that looks to be partially filled with something. Doesn't matter. He chucks it over his shoulder and holds the glass or mug out towards you.
Did he go for like a pretend drink and just chuck it behind him?
No, it's something that he had. There was a mug there that had something in it, and then he just chucked it over his shoulder and then holds it out towards Kenpachi to fill him up.
I begin to take the barrel over to him, shaking slightly, and I pour it in there.
As he swishes it around, takes a sniff, and downs it, and then gives off just a loud tastes like piss water.
I never said it was good. I just said it worked.
I can see why you have so much of it.
We came here to get the better stuff.
Ha ha ha! He just points at you. As you guys hear in the distance. Okay, who took my cup? Oh, thank you guys for coming. I got to go. As he starts going off in the other direction.
Wait, he's a lively fella. Daryl, are you going to lead the way?
Yeah, why not?
Alright. I'll follow.
Alright, so
And so I lead.
So as you guys head down, well, you're leading, he's following. The other two?
Following.
Following.
So it's a good distance away. It's about a 15-minute walk as you guys would have a moment of having a chance to talk to each other if you would like.
Okay, I got one. So Lorna, these people don't like you very much.
Seems not.
Best be on your toes.
I'd like to figure out why.
Well, they think you be a thief.
My people aren't from around here. I've traveled quite a ways to get here.
Oh yeah,
Apparently there's some people that look like you below.
Right. I'd like to figure out why.
Alright. I guess we're gonna find out. But you don't mind us, if push comes to shove, we give them a little shoving. Do you?
I'd like to try to avoid it.
Oh, alright.
If
Daryl.
worst comes to worst, we can bring them the reason,
Yeah.
figure it out, so this doesn't continue to happen.
Yeah, I'm not much of a talker, so I'm gonna have to rely on you to do that.
She would nod.
Okay, that's. I think that's. Yeah.
Alright, so as you guys finish that conversation, you make your way to this very rundown looking bar that its outside texture is made out of stone, but the window seal and the window is obviously glass and wood. As you can see that the wood on the window seal looks like it's been replaced about like 7 times, and the glass in it looks like it's pretty new. You can tell it's new for how there's like no marks or anything on it. As you guys stop and look at the name on the outside of it that everyone besides Ellis can read, saying the Emerald Wang.
I can read, I just don't like to.
Emerald Wang?
Why can't he read it?
Emerald Wang. I don't know, why don't you ask him?
Why can't you read it?
No, I totally can, I just don't like to. Say we're shrug.
And the moment that you get there, and it's like, ah, here we are. As you move towards the door, you get startled as a small crack dweller male gets careened through the new window and lands on the ground right next to you guys.
No, I was just about to offer bets for how long that window would last.
I guess they don't like windows here.
I mean, that's why everything's stone. It's hard to break stone.
Then another crag dweller comes up to the window that just got broken. And your mother eats rooks! As he just spits at the other one on the ground that's completely knocked out as he walks back in. Or walks away from the window seal.
I push the door open and enter.
Horrible.
I'm just going to attempt to quick stabilize.
I'm sorry,
on the-
what?
I'm gonna try and stabilize the unconscious dwarf, make sure he's alright.
What's a dwarf?
Crag dweller, whatever.
No, I'm calling him dwarf.
No, you're not.
I'm old enough. He's dwarf.
I do nothing to help.
No, you're not.
No, that's his name, dwarf.
So he doesn't look like he's dead.
That'll do.
Oh,
Sit him up against the wall.
I'm gonna stand about right behind Daron, and I'd say,
Your mouth on that fella. Wasn't nice. Wasn't nice at all.
I once heard a rumour that crag dwellers had a competition of insulting each other. It would go on until one of them's flabbergasted. Strange people.
Oh wow, you're telling me. It's my first time seeing these people.
Alice got a stabilize roll.
I already told him what happened.
Dude ain't dead. That'll do.
Well, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, and they got thick skulls, these guys. I kind of like tap him on the head.
He slapped us over on after you tap him.
Well, be careful, Daron. You don't want to break their skulls.
They got thick skulls, but a terrible balance. Center of gravity's so like high for them, like the legs just don't work right. And so I kind of step over him, start walking towards the tavern, well, towards the door.
Well, while you guys are outside doing that, when you get the chance, can you change your character's name to your profile name on here, Katie?
Solana.
Solana.
So
As Solana opened the door, you could just hear like everybody being rowdy, and it's they expected. Everybody stops and turns over their shoulder, and there's just so quiet you can hear crickets as you push your way through the door. As there's like 30 or so crag dwellers in here. Like there's a set that looks like they're arm wrestling in one corner, another set that looks to just be drinking amongst themselves, and then others that sprinkled around just being by themselves, and others that look to be playing like a game that looks similar to darts, except that they have these crystallized shards of like stone throwing it into the wall. As they just stop and everybody just turns and looks at you.
She would walk straight towards the bartender and say how much for a pint.
The bartender would get up to the counter as he just dig his shoulder into the counter looking. He's like, "Aye, lassie. I think you can handle a point."
How much is it?
He just holds out his hand that looks to be very gruff, used, worn. "It'll be 10 gold.
You said there's about 30 people in here?
Yes. Everybody's still quiet and just like watching.
I would say one for everyone on me.
what?
Oh, we're not in there yet.
As she says that, he looks at you, raises a brow, looks at him as everybody looks around looking at him. It's like, "Well, you lugs, come over here before you get eroded into dirt. Get your glasses." As everybody
She puts 350 gold. Yeah, 350 gold on the counter.
So as you guys are standing out there, you just hear this outcrying yell, like a unified yell, coming from the tavern. And you realize that Solana is nowhere to be seen.
Well, we saw her go in there.
She is nowhere to be seen.
But we do see like a big pile of crag dwellers all over the barn, right?
You're currently still outside.
Yeah. I look at the crag dweller in the ground and see that he's okay and walk in.
We'll look at the cracked on the ground, drag him to the wall of the bar, set him there. It's not in the middle of the street. And then go in.
Alright, so
Here. Hearing the noise, I sigh and draw my sword.
Oh, I look at Darren quickly. Whoa. Are we really? We're gonna fight?
You heard that? Sounds like tearing her apart.
All right. I draw my sword.
No. No. I grab your arm before you draw it. Like those are not the sounds of battle cries. Those are the sounds of drinking cries.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm not used to their lifestyle.
Then I put my sword away.
And then as I begin to usher him into the bar,
As you open the door, you see Solana on top of like 8 of these crag dwellers as they're like swinging her back and forth as they're just like drunkenly singing badly. She's a giant fella.
Do I see them come in?
You have a moment of turning around as the door finally opens as they finally took their well-earned time to get in here.
You just see her on the top of everybody with 2 furry thumbs up, just like, yeah.
I was kind of like shoot my sword.
Drink, though.
I shoot my sword and look at Kenpachi and say, "Well, you're right again." I'll adjust myself.
I kind of look at Kenpachi worriedly and like very worried and ask him,
Are they going to eat her?
not that way, friend.
Oh. Oh.
What way?
You'll learn today.
We'll tell you when you're older.
Oh, all right.
How old is everybody, by the way?
I'm a fledgling Bovidae. So basically, I just became of age to travel.
Mm.
So you're about 12.
Let me look at it.
Mhm.
Yeah. About. Yes, I'm about 12.
I'm about 78, so for our 2 races, I'm not much older than you. But, you know.
Okay, that's cool.
And then I would appear to be 70s.
I mean, I look like mid-20s at latest.
Anyway.
So,
So a good time passes by after
Okay.
everything settles down as you guys can get a table and you can sit amongst yourself as the bartender kind of comes up. It's like, "Aye, Miss Moneybags. You got the tavern something. What can I get you?"
Nothing for me, thank you. Wrong button. Fudge, no curse.
Oh, come on, little Miss Kitty. There must be some, he says, like, grab you on the shoulder, shaking you.
Mm,
I kind of asked on, ask him about, what's the fella name again?
Stonebreaker.
Ask him about, Stonebreaker.
she looks at you and says, "You can."
Oh, well, I kind of like lean over and it looks like he favors you more.
She looks up to the, well, she looks at the crag dweller and says, my buddy over here has got a question. Can you answer that for us?
He turns his head, narking up at him as he still has his hand on your shoulder. He's like, aye? What you want?
Well,
Spit it out.
I'm looking for Stone Jaw.
Stonejaw? Yeah,
Oh,
you should be in the pits right now.
I'm sorry. I'm a Stone Heater. What's your name again?
Stone
I just smile and
Oh,
nod.
he got banned. He's not allowed here.
Yeah.
Keep trying. You'll get it.
Stormbreaker.
Wow. Stonebreaker. Well, I haven't seen him today at all.
Well, when's the last time you seen him?
Well, I threw him out of here last night.
Well, where does he go usually? Well, after you throw him out, of course.
Probably to soil and wet himself and throw up some corner. Other than that, I don't know. Probably his own house.
Right. His house. Do you know where his house is?
Oh, 1 second. Oh, excuse me.
Out
Yeah,
of
I
character,
know.
out of character, the reason I'm not asking is because I stepped away real quick. I had to retrieve my cat.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. But as he says that, he like checks you over. It's like, why you want to know?
Well, I kind of look at Daran and Kenpachi for like a sign of help. Guys?
I sort of smile on my face. Yes, why do you want to find him?
I don't know.
Is you do some kind of adventure.
Oh, right.
Spread
Or-
it
Like stories.
He have something we want. Right? Right? No? Well, okay.
Don't
Soliana's
just look
just
at me.
grinning at you.
I wasn't paying attention to the conversation. I don't know what he's looking for.
It's not my fault.
Where, Dario, you want helping?
I was gonna say, yeah, I probably should. We're looking for Stonebreaker in regards to the recent thefts.
Yeah, what he says.
He looks your guys over. He looks like he's not budging. You guys are gonna give me a diplomacy to feel comfortable enough with disclosing said information.
Sure. Watch this be terrible.
Rolling. Yay!
If you want to find Stonebreaker, find him yourself. I'm not going to tell another proud Quagdeller's resting place to someone he don't even know.
Do you know where he works? I mean, we're not trying to kidnap the guy. We just want to offer him help.
Still doesn't. He doesn't seem like he's buying it.
She would look to him, like turn in her seat a little bit, and say that she has no animosity to the people of Amber City, and she'd like to, and I'd like to help resolve the thefts that have been going on, figure out why they're happening, and stop them if at all possible.
I can't tell you where he stays.
Can you
That's
tell us
not
where
right.
we could?
It's,
Can you tell us where we could find him at some point? Not necessarily where he stays or where he works, but if he's in here at a certain time, we could come back here.
Oh yeah, could you schedule this as an appointment?
he sighs as he looks over to Solana and is like, he normally haunts around here during the night.
During the night?
Aye.
Alright.
Sweet,
Well, we're
we
gonna-
got time to kill.
We can look for anything else we might need, and we'll be back here a little later.
He gives off a nod.
She would put he still has his arm on my back, right?
No, he crossed his arms a while back.
Okay. She would reach up and just like very, very gently touch his forearm wrist area that's showing and just say thank you very much.
He would kind of shrug it off. He's like, don't get all pressy on me.
She laughs. She shrugs. All right.
And also don't forget to buy something, he says with a chuckle as he walks off. As it leaves the four of you at the table by yourselves.
Wow, Soliana, you are good with your words.
She shrugs. I spent a ton of money here.
Well, I guess we gotta go find some more.
Maybe we should see if there's anything else that we can get here that we might not have been able to get elsewhere.
What you mean? What you mean?
I would know. Well, yes, I would. Well, they were mining things here up until a while ago. Maybe they've got special metal other things, or maybe they've got fancy shields or weapons or stuff like that you can't really get anywhere else. Excuse me.
Well, all right. Well, all right. You do want us to make way to the campsite?
To the campsite?
Dig site, I meant. So.
How about a shop?
Well, all right. But I'm broke. I got no money.
As you say that, and you guys are having this conversation as the other two are being unattentive to it, you guys are startled as this one character comes up and just heavy hand slaps the table as you guys are sitting there.
I would look at the person who slapped the table.
Alright! Who wants to make 2,500 gold?
I slap the table. Alright, how are we doing it? What's the plan?
That we're going on our first break.
Oh, thank God.
Yay!